Hey, what's up, Ocean Monsters? It's your boy Oceanzilla here, and sorry, it's a little messy, but today I'm gonna be showing you guys. It's just a fun little thing that I feel like it should be done. I'm painting my burning Godzilla figure. Hang on, let me try and scoot you guys back so you can see his face. I'm painting my burning Godzilla figure to my OC color Oceanzilla. I know it's not the best name, but it's not the worst, considering the ones I've seen. You guys probably don't even watch Godzilla all that much. But, yeah, so I'm going to be showing you, just what I think should go on a figure. So the first thing you want to do is, establish, what color, or, the main color scheme of your monster is. Mine's ocean blue, so I want to, kind of put a little bit of a dark blue on it. When you put it on, a NECA figure, it kind of, balances out, it turned a little bit lighter. If you can see these fucking lights. God damn it. Hang on, guys. Let me go. I'll just turn on my fan light so you guys can probably see it better. There we go. There we go. So the lights aren't blaring in your eyes. So, yeah. So you really just want to have a main color scheme here. Look, see if you guys can't see it. I'm sorry, but mine is blue. It looks better in real life than it probably does on camera because I'm not really the best quality. But yeah, it's a pretty good color scheme, pretty good look. And actually, I might be able to do the eyes if I can work at it. Now I know that. I'm going to try and do the eyes. I'm just trying to get a bit of color in there. And then take this. And try and get some of that out. I'm trying to get the eye to appear. I don't want to leave his eyes just plain blue. That would look pretty cool. That's not what his eyes look like. That's retarded. I can't do the eyes. So yeah, you always want to keep some napkins, some paper towels, or toilet paper, whatever, to try and, in case you need to redo any of the pieces. Okay, so I'm not going to do the eyes. I don't have the correct color, or I don't brush too big for the eyes. But yeah, you want to try and keep, my figure. If you see my videos of him, you know that he has pretty much a blue head, or kind of a blue going down his back. Here, I'm trying to face him towards you guys. Kind of a blue going down his back and on his spines. So I'm gonna cover the spines best I can, so you guys can know. Yeah. So. You want to try and keep a solid color scheme. I mean, some monsters, like my other OC, oh shit, yeah, it's leaking paint everywhere. I have to fix that. Some of my other OCs, I think it's Castor. Castor's multiple different colors. He's a blue and a green. I intentionally did that because, I didn't want him. Trying to let the paint dry. It looks. I recently did this, or I did this before with another figure. I'll pull him down. Yeah, I recently did my OC with this one, but this one is actually another Heisei one. Both these are from the Heisei era of Godzilla films, but this one gets a lot closer to what I want Oceanzilla to look like. I've done quite a few different incarnations of him. I've done the 2000, the ones that most closely represent him are the 2000 Godzilla design, and Heisei. Heisei is about probably the best for him because he got that kind of like a reptilian, that dinosaur look to him, but not too much like a dinosaur. So if you guys are wondering, here while I'm painting, I might as well give you some backstory to how I came up with Oceanzilla's character and how I got his origin, or what his origins are. So how I came up with the character was I was doing it for a Spanish project. I was I was really into Godzilla at the time. I still am, but I was really into it at the time, and I was watching this YouTuber. I just found this YouTuber named Godzilla 2001. Shout out to you. You've probably heard of her name in some of my videos, but she's the one that inspired me to like create Godzilla OC, my own characters, and Oceanzilla was the first. When I first started like making characters, like my own characters, it began with it's kind of a dull name. Sharkzilla was my first ever character that I created by myself, and it was inspired off of Godzilla. But after that, I never really came up with my own character for a long time until apparently the Spanish project came around, and Godzilla 2001 inspired me to create my own character. So Oceanzilla, yeah. So when I was coming up with the character, we could either base it off character or already made character, or we could create our own. So knowing me, in my creative mind, I created my own, and Oceanzilla was it. Now the original design, like the original name, was either gonna be was either gonna be Oceanzilla, or Oceanzilla, or Ocean Godzilla, Oceanzilla, of course, and Seazilla. And I asked my friend Laura, I was like, hey, what do you think I should name this monster? And I gave her some choices, and she said Oceanzilla is probably the best one. So yeah, that's basically how I came up with the name. And the reason why I wanted it to do with the ocean was because I love the ocean. I love it so much. I live by the water, so I grew up with the water all my life. The water is my favorite element. Well, fire and water, it's really a competition between the two. My favorite Pokemon type is fire, but my favorite element in real life is water. Water and fire kind of clash in my mind. Yeah, Oceanzilla when I came up with Oceanzilla, he was way more powerful than he is right now. Well, maybe not way more powerful, maybe not even more powerful at all, but it definitely gave him a lot more creativity. Like, he wasn't as grounded as he is right now, a grounded character as he is right now. He was more of like, when I first started out with him, he gave him a lot better abilities than he has right now. Not that Oceanzilla now as a character is weak at all, because he certainly is not. But Oceanzilla, when I first started out with him, I gave him like the origin was pretty much the same, but it has sometimes changed. Like when Oceanzilla, when I first came out, the story remains pretty much the same. Oceanzilla's parents were killed by, well, it wasn't really like established who his parents were killed by. Because first I wanted to do demon monsters, and then I was like, that's pretty dumb. Jesus Christ, my throat right now. But then I decided to do the Skellions. They were robots sent from space. They're hunting robots, and yeah, that didn't work. And eventually it went back to being, it's not really established right now, but yeah. So Oceanzilla's basic origin story was he was born to Aurora and Cascade, the two ocean monsters, Aurora and Cascade, who are very powerful. Some of the most powerful ocean monsters around during when ocean monsters were in their prime, when they were still around. And his dad and Cascade, started training Oceanzilla about when he was like 5. Ocean monsters are in human years, but after 20 years old, it takes a long time for them to age. Like, they're aging is very, very slow. So at about like 4 or 5, Cascade started teaching Oceanzilla how to fight and stuff, how to use his abilities. But Oceanzilla kind of had a bit of a slow start. Like his dad didn't teach him. Oh shit! It's lightning outside. He didn't really teach him how to, create walls of water. He didn't really show him how to control water. He basically showed him how to use his breath, his hydro beam or his hydro breath, and his hydro pulse. And before Oceanzilla could learn any new tricks, his parents and his species died. Yeah, but the reason why Oceanzilla's dad was in, or Cascade was in. Sorry, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm not thinking right now. I'm trying to do this, but Cascade was part of the. See, the ocean monsters, they were actually a really young species. They weren't around like compared to other ones. They were the last elemental species created about 2,000 years ago. Was about when they were created, so they weren't around too long. God, yes, I don't give a fuck if you're not Catholic, if you're an atheist or Islamic. I don't give a shit, because I am Catholic and it's my character. But basically, God. Anyways, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I just don't really care. But anyways, God created the ocean monsters to help the guardian monsters. They're basically the angel monsters of the guardians of the world. He created the ocean monsters to help the guardian monsters to kill, or to not kill, but to defeat the demon monsters. And Oceanzilla, or not really Oceanzilla, but so he gave him really good abilities. They gave him, and yeah, so that's how the ocean monsters were created. And after that, they're just a fighting type monster. And that's all they are. They love to fight. All ocean monsters love to fight each other. They love to do that. Most of them, none of them are really evil. Really, most of them are really kind-hearted, if not all of them. But they're really. Ironically, they're the ones with the fiery attitude. The fire monsters really, they take a lot more than the ocean monsters to get them fired up. The ocean monsters can get fired up almost right off the bat. But, yeah, so Cascade became tribe leader. Oh, fuck, I got some paint on my iPad. Shit. Let me wipe that off. There we go. Yeah, Cascade, about 50 years ago, became the leader of the ocean monsters on Atlantic Ridge. Many of them spread out, but soon enough the demon monsters came back and they started killing the ocean monster tribes. Cascade didn't do anything because his wife Aurora had just gone into labor. I didn't really come up with a story on how Cascade and Aurora met, but yeah. So Cascade didn't really help any of the other tribes. He hated doing that, but he had to do it. Protect his son, So anyways, so they had Oceanzilla. His dad started teaching him how to fight almost right off the bat. Right when he was able to walk, he started teaching him. So by the time Oceanzilla was 6, his dad enrolled him in the Aurora Ledge League of or Atlantic Ridge League of Champions. So Oceanzilla could learn to fight other monsters without his dad, and he did really well in that. He was one of the best. He was champion for all the years that, he was champion when he was 7 years old. That's when he became champion, and he held that for 3 years until the accident, or until the invasion started. And Oceanzilla. So yeah, Oceanzilla became or was still fighting his dad. His dad was still teaching him stuff, and Oceanzilla. They found out that Oceanzilla had something called the Evo gene. Now, the Evo gene can happen to any monster of any type, but it usually only happens, or very few monsters have it. So, yeah, I'm gonna pause the video right here because it's about 15 minutes. So, I'm gonna upload this and then I'm gonna get back to you guys. Alright? Alright, be right back.